What is up guys, welcome to another video. Today we've got something a bit different. We've got the Tacx Vortex Smart Trainer and we're going to do an unboxing, assembly, noise test and the wattage output test just to see what it's all about. So the first thing to say about this is it is an interactive trainer. What that means is basically you can connect it to Zwift and Zwift can control the power resistance depending on whether you're doing planned workout or even when you go up an elevation, it can actually do a gradient of up to 7%. So we just get to unboxing, shall we? Okay, first things first, it comes with a European plug, not good. Fortunately, they are quite common plug size, so I think I do have one for my printer which I can use. Okay, so we've got quick release skewer, the resistance unit and the frame itself. We've also got the manual there. On the back it does have the front stand, which is a bonus. So in this package, 2 bolts, part of the unit that we need to connect the unit to the frame, an Allen key and a quick release. It looks and feels much more sturdy compared to the one that's on my bike right now. I mean, it spreads further, so you can sprint like with a bit more confidence in the bike. Right, so as you see on there, it's got 1, 2, 3. Number 1 is basically 610 or 26 inch wheel. Number 2 says race, and number 3 says 29 inch wheel. So pretty much, we're not 26 and we're not 29, so I'm going to assume that we're race considering we're on a road bike. So what that means is there's a groove on the back here. You just connect this to that in the correct position. Also with the same of this, as you see there, it says 1, 2, 3 on it. We're just going to put it in the middle one and then we'll connect it all together. So we're in 1, 2. We're in 2 there. Hold it in place. Shouldn't be too bad. So it's in a little bit. Once the bolt's in a little bit, you can just let go. Stick the other one in. So next thing to do once you've done the full assembly of the item is to connect it. So as you see here, once you plug it in, you'll get some lights. So according to the manual, if it's flashing green, it means it's good to go. However, I am going to update it. Okay, so next thing to do is get the Tacx utility from either the Android store or App Store and update the firmware just to make sure that everything is running smoothly and properly and there's no problems. Okay guys, there's a couple of things I want to show you. First is to calibrate, but you don't want to calibrate until you've plugged it in and you've updated the firmware. So once you've gone through the update process, you can calibrate. So as you'll see here, you'll see devices, calibration, update and testing. Basically I've already updated it, so I just want to calibrate. How you do that is you click on calibrate and you start cycling. Once you get to 30 kilometers an hour, it will ask you to stop pedaling. Once that's happened, then the little dials come up. You do want it within those boundaries, simply because that means it's going to give you the best kind of distance reading, both with power and in terms of elevation. Also, it's not going to give you excess wear on the tyre you're using. If you want to use it as a resistance, which is the reason I bought the Tacx Vortex, you have to click on controllable and click on this. It will come up here, you just click OK, and basically what that means is now whenever you've got a hill or wherever it changes resistance and it requires you to put more power down, it's going to come up on the trainer. I do want to check first. If I go to menu, I want to go to settings. I want to look at trainer difficulty. So scale the gradient of feel. So depending on what your aim is, really depends on what's going to happen with this. But I'm going to put it on max just because I want it as realistic as possible. Okay, so going at 130 watts feels quite good. It's not too loud at all. I can easily speak over it. It's this kind of sound. It's pretty much the same as my the Blue Matic that I bought. So I'm just going to increase gradually. So it's gradually getting louder a little bit. Okay, so it's quite loud now, but it's definitely not too bad. So in terms of loudness, it's pretty much the same as my Blue Matic until you get to about 400. And that's where my Blue Matic gets really loud. Whereas this, it goes slightly louder, but nowhere near as much, which is definitely a bonus. Even on that 700 watt effort there I just done, you could definitely feel that the resistance was there, much better than the Blue Matic. So that is all good as well. So I'm just going to speed and give myself a bit of recovery time. So you can definitely feel the force, you know. Feel the force. No, but you can definitely feel the resistance there. It's definitely a lot better than the Blue Matic, but again, you're paying more money for it. The sound there wasn't bad at all. It's not going to be silent. A couple of things notice, it feels much more stable. So when I was out with the saddle on the Blue Matic, it was rocking about a lot. You'll see in the video for my GoPro down there, that it's much more stable. Okay, so because we've done the sound test, I'm going to turn my fan on, because last time I was sweating too much. Okay, so going for a spring effort now. Going for a sprint effort now. Awesome. So all the way through that, you can feel the resistance. So it's really good. I know this is a bit more of a Okay, you can definitely feel the reduction in resistance. So what I've done is I've created a specific custom workout just so I can practice with the erg mode and see how it works. Okay, that's weird. Okay, so you can definitely feel it now. So basically what's happening is, if I go into an easy gear and I spin, the trainer counteracts my spinning, so I can hold the 190 watts that it's requiring me to do. So what you'll see there on a 375 watt interval, I sprinted about 800 watts, and because the trainer was trying to counteract me sprinting to put out the correct kind of wattage that it was requiring me to do, it made a lot of sound. And to be fair, it's most probably that would most probably damage it maybe. If you are in erg mode, make sure that you try and hold the wattage that you're meant to hold, because it tries to do that for you anyway. If you go out and say, and you've got erg mode on, then it's going to make a lot more sound, have less resistance. Because I'm pushing such power, it's trying to lower the resistance on that tyre so it can drop down to 375 watts. So you're battling against that trainer when you really don't have to. So if you're on a planned workout and you're on erg mode, make sure that you hold on to the specific wattage that you're meant to. If you take erg mode off, then you can do bursts. As you've seen before, my bursts there are pretty, they're all okay. The resistance held quite nicely, whereas when I went onto erg mode and done a specific workout and I tried to burst at 900, 1000 watts, then the resistance, you could feel it dropping off, just to try and counteract the power that was going through my legs, so I can so it could try and reach that 370 watts that I was meant to be holding. So you've got to be careful of that. If you just want it for the interactiveness, so you don't have to use a dial, and you can it changes resistance, and you want to get into that kind of market for as cheap as possible for a good trainer, this is the one to get. It's got lots of good reviews and it's from a good brand, so there's no reason why you shouldn't pick it up if you're looking for that kind of thing. That's all from me. Thanks for watching. I hope you liked this review. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Click on the avocado to subscribe, and I'll see you next video.